Hello, everyone. I had a very nice weekend so far. It seems like the more I sleep, the more I get tired. One of those things. Uh, it's been quite uneventful. My daughters and my grandchildren went to a store yesterday, someplace, and came back with all kinds of little treasures. Yes, so they had a great time all day. My son in law here took me to the farmer's market, which was great. There's more and more stuff now. It's just wonderful to see all the stuff that people are growing. Yes, interestingly enough. So I think I shared the first time we went this year to the farmer's market. I saw some produce there. I'm going, that produce, I can't, where did this come from? It wasn't grown in anyone's backyard or farm here, well, unless they have a greenhouse that's, or hydroponics or something, which I couldn't quite see so happening. So I would ask, so says this, did you grow all this yourself? And the established answer was kind of, I don't know. I'm going, huh? Okay, so there were younger people selling the stuff for what? A bigger farm or something around here, and yet still. Yeah. Anyway, so it's interesting kind of the answers that I got. This time when I went, so it's what? The farmer's market been open for about a month, a little more than that, 5 weeks. And anyone, I said, oh, I said, wow, okay, you already have that. Did you grow this yourself? And everybody knew the answer. Everyone I asked had an appropriate answer for me where I had to say, oh, yeah, I believe that is the truth, right? Anyway, and the honesty was there. In one stall, there was a couple of items. She said, it's all grown in Kentucky, but that was grown on another farm farther away from here in Kentucky. So I'm going, okay, I can take that. I can, that's good. And I bought quite a few things there. So the other thing, too, it's kind of nice to just walk through it. I mean, we were in and out. 15 minutes, I was done. I was done. I had seen it. Oh, and then I saw this recipe, uh, and it needed dill, fresh dill. I'm not growing any dill. And I'm going, oh, that's too bad. I need some fresh dill. And it seems to be kind of difficult to get fresh dill here, even in the grocery stores. Well, guess what? There was a guy there the first time I seen, and he had dill. Yes, $2 for a good sized plant already. And I'm going, oh man, look at there. Yes, put your order out to heaven, and here it is there, right? Or something that, yes, okay. Anyway, what I like about that is that you go in, you get what you need. In this case, vegetables and fruits, right? Just about. I mean, that's for me. And then you're done and you leave. And you're not getting all this other extra stuff. My son says, hey, do we need any honey? I said, no, we don't need any honey. Do we need this or that? I said, no, we don't. I said, we're just here for vegetables. And he's like, oh, okay. Yes. And you come home with a bag. We brought our own bag, right? So we didn't have to get extra plastic bags from the people there. And you come home and all you put away is good things. Everything that was in that bag was what? Yes? Good for us. And I like that. So kind of told my daughters that if you want to go to just the grocery stores, go by yourself from now on. I don't want to go. It's just all the stuff that's there that I don't want you to buy. I don't want to eat either. But when it's here, right? Yes. Anyway, so that was interesting. And son in law and I had a nice talk about uh, how nice it is. compared to the first time that I went, I said, where is some of this produce actually coming from? And what? Now I'm supposed to be paying twice as much because it's at the farmer's market, but in fact, it's coming from exactly where the grocery stores get theirs. Because that, how else? How else? Right? Yes? Could they have had some of that stuff? So you go to the farmer's market, you want to support the local people, and you're getting scammed, right? It's not, doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, and I bet you that's why maybe even some people don't go to the farmer's market, right? Because they're also not dumb. Anyway, though, again, so having been this time, and then one asks, yes? Okay. And hope they'll be truthful. So there it is. But again, sad, right? Yes, go to the farmer's market, and you got to be careful that you're not getting scammed. And then my son-in-law bought some donuts, and they were very expensive. And it seemed like when we had one then at home, I said, "Hey, do you think they're fresh?" He says, "I don't think so." Lesson learned. That's what he says. Lesson learned. I said, yeah, I would not have bought those. Regardless. But anyway, right? Yes. Okay, let's get going here. Enough of all that. We are in the book of wisdom, and we are in 9, and the last part of 8 was Solomon and his wisdom thingy. I prayed to the Lord and entreated him, and with all my heart I said. Oh, there is something I wanted to mention. If I remember it, I will, and maybe there's no need for it, but maybe I already mentioned that in 8 anyway. Maybe I didn't. Can't remember now. We'll see if it's important, if I remember it in the end. Solomon's prayer for wisdom. 9. God of our ancestors, Lord of mercy, who by your word have made the universe, and in your wisdom have fitted human beings to rule the creatures that you have made. Wow, I just read that really odd. Let's see. And in your wisdom have fitted human beings to rule the creatures that you have made, to govern the world in holiness and saving justice, and in honesty of soul to dispense fair judgment. Oh, interesting. What did I just talk about for him? Grant me wisdom, consort of your throne, and do not reject me from the number of your children. For I am your servant, son of your serving maid, a feeble man with little time to live. Oh, I see. With small understanding of justice and the laws. Wait. This is Solomon's prayer. And not too long ago here, Solomon said all this stuff about all the stuff that he knows. Now, and if he's a king at the end of his age, at the end of his time here, when it comes to age, then where does, with small understanding of justice and the laws, should you be in a position of a king governing people if you have little understanding of all that? Or did he mean about God's will and ideal? Right? Well, I don't know. How does this come across? Interesting. I know this stuff like that. Indeed, were anyone perfect among the sons of men, if he lacked the wisdom that comes from you, he would still count for nothing. Well, with perfection comes wisdom regardless, I would say, if one were to attain that kind of state of being. Solomon, but dear Lord, how do people gain any, how does that any, gain any kind of sense from stuff like that? when people write stuff like this down. It doesn't even make any sense. Let's leave that just to read it one more time. Indeed, were anyone perfect among the sons of men, if he lacked the wisdom that comes from you, he would still count for nothing. How can you be perfect without, or reach perfection, the perfection stage, without God's love in your heart to mind? How are you going to do that? You can't do it. Yes? So, okay, right? I don't know. I have no. Solomon is this kind of enigma that he's. Someone talked to someone in a comment just recently where after someone had posted something, the person went in and said, "Your words are shattered. They're all shattered somehow. They're not cohesive. They're not making sense." And that's exactly how I feel reading Solomon's prayer here. It's like a shattered prayer where you're going, where it was your mind when you prayed, right? Yes, you have chosen me to be king over your people, which is not true. We had this discussion before. God never chosen a king for Israel. Israel did that on their own because that's what they wanted. To be judge of your sons and daughters, not true. You have bidden me build a temple on your holy mountain. Nope. And an altar in a city where you have pitched your tent. A copy of the holy tent which you prepared at the beginning. With you is wisdom, she who knows your works, she who was present when you made the world. She understands what is pleasing in your eyes and what agrees with your commandments. Dispatch her from the holy heavens. Send her forth from your throne of glory. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. It seems I'm so hot right now. It seems interesting on how the farther we go into the uh, Old Testament, if you don't know the books ahead of time, then this all right. How would one know if I did not start at the beginning of the Bible and just did one little section at a time? Would we know now that no, God said never put a king in place? What he told Samuel is, well, am I not enough? When Samuel came and asked, God never commissioned anyone to put a king in place in Israel. Never. When Samuel came and asked, what did God say? According to what is in here in the Bible. Am I not enough? Well, then go ahead. You got free will. Choose to do what you want. That was not God's will. And I said, but beware. It's probably not going to come to a good end. There. You see? But if we did not have done that, if I did not have done that here, then I would not know that and go, oh yeah, God put Solomon as king and in place for the Israelites. So whatever Solomon says, there must be something to it. So I need to go and examine that, right? And find the truth in it. The exaltment for Solomon or whatever. Because it's not really exalting God, is it? Yeah. So, but since I know, just like at the farmer's market, I know the seasons. I know when things are in season and when they, yes, are ready for harvest. So if they are there ahead of time, then I'm going to have to go, well, where did you get this? If this is supposed to be homegrown stuff here, or grown here, right, in small farms, this and that, yep, by people, not big old corporations or whatever. Yes? Same here. So we're not getting just these books. If people just choose, oh, I'll read the book of wisdom, then go by that. You will not have the whole truth, the whole understanding. You're going to go by what? For example, in this case, Solomon wanted you to go by, to make things right for his own life, in a way. Right? But still going against God, being disobedient to God. Just saying. Yeah. All right. By saying, oh, you put me as king to all the people, to judge over your sons and daughters. That's a lie. That's a blatant lie. All right. Let's keep going. Got a little more here. To help me and to toil with me and to teach me what is pleasing to you. Since she knows and understands everything, she will guide me prudently in my actions and will protect me with her glory. Then all I do will be acceptable. I shall govern your people justly and be worthy of my Father's throne. Then all I do will be acceptable. Do you see what just happened here? Okay. What human being indeed can know the intentions of God? Here, the depths. Who actually knows? Nobody was. You can't tell me I'm doing something wrong, because who knows what God's intentions are? God doesn't have any intentions. Again, this is all, wisdom is made up. I've come to believe wisdom is made up. It's a made up thing. Yes, referred to as her. Just saying. Right? And intentions of God. God has, when people have intentions, okay, most of the time, intentions are, one wonders, are they good intentions or are they bad intentions? Yes. So there's a question mark. In God's purpose for the principles of creation and the principles of love, the creation of earth, the universe, there's no in particular intention. It's a work of art to me, yes. And gosh, and to say at this time, what human being indeed can know the intentions of God? Where are the 10 Commandments? Right there. Obey God. If one wants to look at it, the intention of God is for human beings to obey a few simple rules. Oh, not to please God, for our own happiness. To really exalt, and truly we'll be able to discover who we are, what we're capable of on the side of goodness. Yes? I think due to the fact that we have veered off so far from that 10 Commandments, for example, and have immersed ourselves in religion that have to say, wow, a lot of it is just made up. It's just made up for the desires of the people. Yes? Mainly, so far, what have we read? The desires of the kings, the prophets, the kings, the princes, the queens, or whatever. Oh, the queens didn't even have anything to say, really, when it came down to it. Yes? The generals, the warriors, the big warriors, the important ones, right? The ones that can kill a lot of people. That's kind of what the Old Testament has been so far. All about that. Just about. It started out good, and then what? Where did it go? Where did it actually go? Yes? How have we as mankind, human beings, humankind, this exalted species here on earth, what have we actually done? What have we actually discovered? There's so much mayhem going on in the world again right now. Right? When has there not been mayhem? Which again proves, why can't people just, even if one does not believe in God, does not believe in the spirit world, follow 10 simple rules? Okay, 8. Disregard the first 2. But I would say that the second one, don't have any idols. I think that's a good one regardless. Don't do that. Right? Don't have to have a God above that if one doesn't want that. Still, don't have any idols. Don't do that. Don't do that to other human beings to start with. Create idols or mythical creatures, like all them Greek gods and Roman gods and who knows what, right? Yes, Germanic gods and who knows what, right? To to then control the people with all this nonsense. Yeah, you hear? Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So, really, people really don't know what in this way on how they describe it, what the intentions of God are. We really don't know. They really did not know at that time. Solomon did not know. Or is this just another excuse to play dumb? For what exactly? Huh? To be able to break all the commandments willy nilly, however one wants to. Because, oh, I'm too stupid to understand any of it. Well, who knows what God's intentions are? Okay, let's finish up before I get further into this. I think I made my point. And who can comprehend the will of the Lord? For the reasoning of mortals is inadequate, our attitudes of mind unstable. What a good excuse. That's such a good excuse. For a perishable body presses down the soul, and this tent of clay weighs down the mind with its many cares. It is hard enough for us to work out what is on earth, laborious to know what lies within our reach. Who then can discover what is in the heavens? And who could ever have known your will had you not given wisdom and sent your Holy Spirit from above? Thus have the paths of those on earth been straightened, and people have been taught what pleases you, and have been saved by wisdom. Okay, that's the end of 9. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I'm not getting Solomon at all, except for it sounds to me like he's at the end of his life. And I find it interesting that when people get to the end of their life, suddenly all the light bulbs go on at the same time. Gets to be kind of bright, doesn't it? Yeah. And suddenly one knows. Out of the blue, suddenly everything becomes clear. Oh, but what? Because they're scared of dying or something? I don't know. But that's what I have noticed. Yes? When people suddenly, when they're close to dying, suddenly that's when they want to get saved. Oh, that's okay. So let me rephrase. That's when they agree to be saved. Just to be safe. Yes? Yes, okay. I'm not going to get further into that. I am a little disappointed in humanity. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? In a way, as a collective, boy, we are such a failure. We really are. Let's just admit it, and say, well, let's try, each one of us, to just do the best we can. It'll make a dent somewhere eventually. Yes? The wars that are going on, I didn't even know. As I said, I'm not sure I mentioned it. Someone came and mentioned it here, and I went and looked up on what was actually going on and realized that there's something that people seem to either subconsciously or conscious omitting when it comes to especially what is going on with Iran and Israel. Israel attacked Iran first. But that's not necessarily what I want to talk. All one hears is about the civilians that died because Iran shot back. I find it interesting that in this case, to defend oneself is wrong. Yes, whereas anyone who has watched more than one video here knows how I feel about all that. So I'm not going to get into it. So go on and watch the videos. But if you like to do so or no. And but with the mindset that most people have, well, I'm not going to offend. But if I'm being offended, I will defend myself. Okay. That only goes for certain people are allowed to do that. Certain countries are allowed to do that. I'm just saying. Huh? Yes? I know what it is about, and I have things to say about that as well, but uh, the one thing that I found discerning, disconcerting, no, right? Concerning, is that when Israel attacked Iran first, and some nuclear power station, something, I didn't hear how many people died, and there were quite a few, as far as I know. They were not all military. There were scientists there. Surely there were people who were cleaning this and that. So there were civilians there as well. And didn't see. And I have to honestly tell you, I didn't go and dig. I didn't go and dig this time. I said, not doing it. Nope. Don't need to know. I already know what's going on. I mean, it's always the same. What's different? What is different than war, except for people die? Or people just die. And there's nothing. Every war, people die. You know, people are going to die. Things are going to be destroyed. Things that people built up for a long time are going to be destroyed. Yes? Okay, just saying. And then when Iran hit Israel with their missiles, whatever, there were 41, that's what I saw, 41 civilians were killed. And I had this just kind of, I stood back, I'm going, wait a second. Are, is civilians dying? The life of civilians is greater than a soldier's? Well, soldiers, I mean, they know what they sign up for, you know. Yeah, yeah. Here in the United States, as an 18-year-old, you can go and sign up for to get killed and kill, but you can't have a beer. I'm just saying. The first time I realized that coming to this country, I thought, man, these people here are really there's something not quite right. I'm just saying. Anyway, but I thought, what if I were to look at this through the eyes of our Heavenly Parent? Is He really making a difference? Is she really making a difference? Our Heavenly Parent, as a father and a mother, between one human being and another, killed in the same fashion? I find that interesting, again, on how the media puts that out there. As if military life, military life and lives of the military are lesser than civilians. I believe, and I think, that every human being is looked at in the exact same way by our Heavenly Parent. There's no you're greater than that. Those equations do not exist in our Heavenly Parent's eyes. When it comes to the life of a human being. I thought I'd throw that out there. Okay? It's very sad to see that suddenly now all this stuff is exploding out there. I came across someone was a little disturbing when he told about it. Yeah, we're gonna go to war. Yeah, we're going. Oh. And all of us that were standing around, we were kind of, oh wow, seriously. And but no one said anything. Right? We had children around, so we didn't want to escalate that. And it was, what? Yeah. Anywho, so I thought I'd throw that out there. Just food for thought. Yes, people may disagree with me, but and again, beware on what kind of information you're getting. Yes, um, and stay objective about it, and to know. And I said, well, if someone tells you, I said, well, did you also know, by the way? And that doesn't have to turn into a big argument, but if we have to be the ones that fill in the gaps when it comes to the information out there that people are throwing out and are interested in, want to talk about, then yeah, we can do that. That's another good way to keep people a little bit more on their toes than they are when it comes to all that, right? Yes? Okay. And I personally believe, looking through our Heavenly Parent's eyes, when it comes to all of His children here on earth and everywhere else, spirit world, uh, every life matters. It doesn't matter if it's a civilian or a soldier, because we all come from the same place, don't we? Yes? Yeah. Most likely everyone has families. Someone. They love and who loves them. Yes? Yeah. So to make that kind of, oh, well, Israel only killed, you know, not sure. Didn't say at all. But Iran, they killed. Okay, just saying. That sound weird? I think it does. All right. Well, there it is. Eldritch, my dearest brother. I hope everything is well with you. Let's keep on with our prayers. And may Heavenly Parent bless, protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all another time.